Hi, I'm Jeremy Brown. I'm a senior consultant at FMI. My primary focus is large general contractors and various trade contractors. So I spend a lot of time with our clients, helping them develop long-term strategic direction and assigning resources to get the job done. The title of the article is Building a Culture of Engagement and Why It Matters. I spend a lot of time with my clients trying to figure out how to execute strategy through their people. Everyone I work with has smart people, well-educated, great backgrounds, but varying levels of engagement with their people really either helps or hinders the actual execution of their strategy. Whether or not people are engaged ultimately drives the outcome of whether it's the project or the business initiative that the client's working on. About 30% of the actual U.S. workforce is actively engaged in their work. A lot of our clients just really want to kind of know, they don't want to become human capital experts, but they really want to know what it's going to take to engage their workforce. We've conducted a few dozen employee engagement surveys in the last 6 months, and of those few dozen clients, we've had about 3,000 participants nationwide. Number one correlating factor of engagement is if an employee sees a long-term career path. It's hard in the construction industry to have a career path because there's only so many positions and there's only so many positions at the top. So it's just as much about horizontal movement as it is vertical movement, but we always want to be clear about what the long-term path could look like for our employees, especially those employees that we're counting on to execute our strategy. So trying to think about how do we be more transparent to really engage people in our strategy? How does this strategy affect their day-to-day lives? How are they a part of it? How can they benefit from it? So the first thing I want the readers to think about is what I call preventative maintenance over reactive measures. So we want our clients to think about things that they can do to get ahead of the curve and really keep their employees engaged from day one. The second is really just how leadership should communicate and what they should communicate to drive engagement. What really truly engages a workforce long term is what leadership does. Does leadership really care about me? Does leadership set direction? Does leadership actually follow through on what they say they're going to do? Those are the things that really, truly drive engagement per the numbers. And the third thing I'd really like the readers to think about in the article is what I call avoiding the shiny objects. What we always hear about all the glamorous perks that companies will provide their employees. What we found is that there's almost a diminishing returns that companies receive in terms of the value they receive back. You can actually disengage your employees if they don't get what they want. So really focusing on those critical things that engage employees and not so much all the extra shiny objects such as the ping pong table and the foosball table and the wine bar, really focusing on the core things as opposed to all those shiny objects. The organizations that I've worked with that truly get things done are the ones that have an engaged workforce because they're really the wheels on the bus. It's not just about the right ideas, it's about engaging a population of people and truly believing in the direction and that you truly care about where you're taking the organization so that they have a clear understanding about vision that they can actually be a part of.